Hey guys, Northern Crusader here once more with Victoria 2. Yes, I'm actually doing a sensible thing. This is a brand new recording, and this is with a new mic, which, well, it's a lot clearer than it was before, isn't it? Yeah, I kind of got a new mic because of Trials of Cold Steel, and then I left this on hold after God knows how long. And that kind of led to me actually getting a bit disheartened and getting this, and then back here, in which I have no idea what I'm doing anymore. So, you know, either way, it's actually gotten to a point where I need to go over stuff anyway, because it's just going to turn into a big mess. So, what have we got? First off, we're denying Prussia from forming into North German Federation, because we have Schleswig as a puppet. No, sorry, as a puppet, as in a sphere. Prussia needs this in order to form the North German Federation. We can solidify our hold, but right now, we don't really need to. Prussia isn't going to get up there anytime soon with our influence going up 6-4 a day. They probably are going faster, but it's kind of interesting because they're going to be stuck like this for a while, and that actually really does hamper them because they've got to keep all these guys in control as well. It also helps out France because then the Franco-Prussian War happens later, and France really does suffer early game. So, war with Bolivia, okay. The colonial rush has begun. Begun. It's actually in full swing. There's not many places we haven't gotten, so that actually really does say a lot. We are currently fighting the French here, and we've got a lot of places we can actually finish off, so this is actually going to turn into my thing, because we're going to own most of Africa, if not all. We do have stuff in the Pacific contest as well. As you can see, we own all of here, we own most of this stuff. We have lost ground to the Russians and the USA out here, but that's not out there. Spain had some as well. We can get a protection over Micronesia. China is still China. Korea still exists. I really should finish it off, but it's in the Japanese sphere, which is actually going to help us out a ton. What was that red thing? Opium problem. Ooh, that's a good one. Dynam exists, Siam exists, Burma exists. There's like loads of stuff going on around here. But let's get to the big one. The US, New England now has all of its cores back. And I do mean officially all of its cores. There's no more cores it can actually have. I just don't think there's any more cores it can have. Yeah. So from this, really New England's just its own master. It probably will have to fight off the US at times, but that's not a big deal. Especially when the US has 17 in terms of military, which is mostly army. And it's currently fighting the Confederate States of America, which, honestly, are actually ours. It's in our sphere, it's allied with us. If we can invest in its factories, which I really should be doing, because if I show empty states, and then we go to craftsmen, they have... Thank you. They actually have a ton of manpower here that we could be using. So I am actually going to start investing here. It's worth it to solidify our hold. And the cotton trade here actually helps out a ton. But actually, you're not at war with CSAI. You're at war with Mexico. Ooh, I didn't see that one. Conquest of Org. Oh, you might actually lose that. Wow. Oh, this could be really neat, actually. Actually involved 2 wars as well. France provided the most of the manpower for that. It's kind of interesting just to see how much I've actually screwed over the US by just doing these. The CSA is worth a ton. It's not getting the same migration as the US, I believe. Where's migration? Oh, we had to start the game a bit just to see how it goes. I don't think they have the same migration as the US because it's actually kind of backwards. It's a democracy, but then there's... I need to find legends to actually fully explain, but there's being a democracy, and then there's actually like having things people like. Like they actually still have slavery here. If you look, yep, still have slaves, don't have slaves. So that's actually a big thing. Otherwise, what else there we can really say? Brazil's still Brazil. Our sphere of influence. I need to pull this up. Our sphere of influence has actually gotten quite sizable, as you can tell. We've actually lost a lot of the South Americas, but the CSA, we've got New England. We've got a lot of Europe, which I'm actually surprised at, because I thought we'd have lost a good deal of Europe, but it's currently a fight between me and France over influence. Prussia is going for the German states. Austria's doing the Austrian thing. Russia is actually doing quite well in the Middle East and the Near East, which kind of disconcerts me. I could start exerting influence over the Middle Eastern states, because we have a direct border. Well, I say don't know. We have a puppet, Svaling over there. These guys haven't civilized yet, so we could go to war with them and conquer them. Naged is one I have my eye on because they have oil. Same with Abu Dhabi. The colonial Renaissance. Sokoto is in the American sphere again. This one always confuses me. Why did the the Americans go for Sokoto? That's one that never makes sense. Yep, all the way over here. Japan has Manchuria and Qinghai under its banner, which I am actually really happy about, because that actually does give China a bit of trouble. And Russia is Russia, so, you know, it's always going to be there. We're still top dog. We haven't fallen behind anything apart from factories, which I expected to, because factories, with Britain, we don't have a lot of leeway, really. We've got, like, these states, and then we've got to grow from there. Reforms, we're doing quite well. We've actually got quite far. All political reforms are done. We've got social reforms. I'm getting there. I'm currently working my way through, getting the ones I actually think are the best. Things like healthcare is really good because it gives you population growth. Pensions gives you more money for those out of work. Unemployment subsidies helps the unemployed. They actually do have aid somewhere in the system. I just don't know how it works out. Safety regulations. It makes your factories cost more, but then everyday needs goes down, which is very good. Workday is actually the same thing, just, you know. Oh, luxury needs goes down. That's actually really good. And minimum wage gives us more money to spend, which, you know. Movements. Not really a lot we can say. Dutch want freedom? No. They're not really causing that much trouble. The next big issue we're probably going to have is the British narcolibs. And even then, there's not a lot really worried about. I mean, they have a lot of support, but we have a big population. There's not really any... Well, this is going to have something happen soon. Because we can't keep pissing these guys off. But then the reactionaries. Decisions! There's not really a lot of decisions I want to do. We can do this Geneva Convention. We can actually do the Academia. We need to move on. Production, we're actually doing a very good set. Where a lot... God damn it, you're doing it again. Oh, there we go. Okay, they're down the bottom here because it's so again. So it lists in alphabetical order, which annoys me, but I see why at the same time. So you can see it starts here, British Panama, yeah, and then it goes down to Friesland, which Friesland is Netherlands, British West Indies, British Patagonia, British Patagonia Meridional, which I believe is the Falkland Islands. Yes, it is the Falkland Islands. South Atlantic Islands, Cape Colony, which that's South Africa, British Guyana, British Sicily, and then we go down to Hanover, which I think that's like one island, and Gibraltar, and then you get down to actual England where we've got a ton. Yep, we haven't got the craftsmen available right now. That will change when we get education going. We actually do need to start working on these. But you can see we actually have a ton of industry. It's just workers we need right now. Munster is doing well, and I can connect. We've got a clipper shipyard we could scrap because we don't need clippers anymore. Ulster's going well, British. We do have investments overseas. I just forget where. Spain, Hanover, CSA, Egypt, Portugal. Yeah, lots of all over the place. Okay. I should have asked for that. Otherwise, yeah, it's been going kind of well. Like, there's been no major issues. We've just been keeping status quo, really. My one real concern, more or less, revolves around Greece, and then it's mostly because we're going to have issues dealing with the Ottomans soon. Because Greece isn't going to stop at this, are they? The Ottomans, the allied with Prussia, I do kind of want to annoy the Ottomans a bit, but then that's me. That's me in a nutshell, really. Prussia, I'm not really bothered about, because unless they go to war with us and go for Friesland, not Friesland, Schleswig-Holstein, they're not going to get anywhere. And even then, it's a losing battle. I mean, well, what happened here? Scandinavian Pan-Nationals, eh? Sweden could actually form Scandinavia. No, I can't form Scandinavia. Oh god, I screwed over Sweden as well. Oh no. Okay, Pan-Nationalists. What they want to do is bring a nation into the bigger whole, as it were. You'll see it in places like Germany, in Scandinavia, in places like that. The idea is that if they win, then your nation ceases to be, and you become I believe it's the bigger part. So in this case, Denmark might become Scandinavia, which will be really interesting if that does happen, because then we've got Sweden, Scandinavia, and Denmark, and Schleswig-Holstein. We can't stop the Kiel Canal, I don't think, unless we can stop them at... Unless this actually does stop them. I believe it goes about here-ish. No, wait, we might have actually stopped it. I don't know, that's one to keep an eye out, because we might have stopped it or might not. How are we looking in industry here? 100%. Okay, we've invested as much as we can. We could invest in railroads. Not really a point, is there? No. Alright. But this is one I'd like to fight over. I know it's a losing battle if I do. But if we can get out of the Prussian sphere, that could actually help us out a ton. Just get the Kiel Canal going. Then we've got all 3 canals over here. Because we've got the Suez Canal over here. We've got the Panama Canal here. And yeah, there's only Kiel left to make. Wow, they really does show how far behind they are. Weird. Otherwise, what am I doing? I've forgotten entirely. Am I actually justifying any wars? No, someone else is. What's going on? Mexico is fighting the US. Actually, are fighting the Dutch. Is that, that's annex, okay. Oblivion liberation of Brazilian Amazonas. So Brazil is at war with... Oblivion is at war with Brazil. Yeah. Alright, so I won't be looking around at expanding my sphere, really. So, Mexico, I have an idea for. You're not in any sphere, are you? No. Why can't we just fight war? We have a... Relations are too high. So, I have an idea for Mexico, especially. The plan that I've got is more or less either make them part of my sphere, or make them a puppet. Now, a puppet would make more sense, given the context. We are allied with them, but they're not going to be afraid to go to war with Panama, with the CSA, so I'm going to try it. Who's friendly with them? The US, but they're currently at war with them, so they can't influence them. I believe that goes along as it's true. So we'll give them war subs as well. So they're going to that's going to help us out a ton. How can we... Other national investors. So as long as there's no investors, well, we can actually just make this easy by giving them railroads. Can't we? Where's the infrastructure? Infrastructure! There. Ah, it's only my... Oh, no, it's not. Aha! This just benefits you so much in the long run, it's almost worth doing just intrinsically. Just looking around everyone in your sphere and just seeing where you can invest. Because you will screw over someone. Doesn't matter where you look, you'll find a way. It's like Venezuela. If you just invest there enough. Like Brazil, we could probably fight back against the French if we did it enough. Game. Oh, we have a truce. Really? How do we have a truce with you? I actually can't remember having a truce with you guys. Where's Netherlands? I don't like us, but... This will cost a lot, but we're the British. We've got money to spare. Our infamy is 19. I think I'm waiting for something to happen before I go. I'm trying to wait for something. I can't remember what I was waiting for. That's the problem. Because I was doing something. What was I? Let's do a reform. And let's get the healthcare. Ah, technology. Okay, we've been going all over the place, honestly. But military is actually in good nick. Our navy is getting to a good standard. We haven't done naval leadership. We haven't done most of the army stuff. We've got manpower and spades. Commerce is lacking. We've done a lot of market functionality, but not a lot of anything else. Culture, I need to work on more, because we've got things to work on here. And industry is just... manic. Navy, I'm hoping to get, like, this done. I think I'm going to move on to get biologicism, or revolution, counter-revolution, one or two. How was I doing in this? I think I was looking for... I was looking to educate people, okay. Because I want to see if I can get these actually made to be ours. And this doesn't look like it's going to happen, because we need migration. I don't think we're getting migration. Have we got 4? We've got 5. Where's the 5th? Suzo. Yeah, Suzo's never going to happen. I mean, the population's too high here, so we're wasting our time here. Somewhere small, like... Where's got a decent British nationality as it is? Oh, so we just need the naval powers to get this. Okay. Can I expand my navy at all? I can. Okay, so we can't really do anything down there, but we can get the problem out of the way soon. Are we doing on research points? We've got too many clergy and not enough clerks. So Southeast England, how are you doing for clerks? 2.3 and we need 4. So let's work here then. On clerks. Where's the Connacht? No clerks. You need clerks. Get some clerks. North England. Clerks. We need people to work the desks. I actually don't know what a clerk is meant to represent. That's the annoying thing. Like, I kind of call them admin as a joke, but I don't know what else to really call them. So, I don't know. What else are we working on? I think that's pretty much it. Anything else I'm forgetting while we're about 16 minutes into recording? Just a colonial race. So let's see what we got. Ghana is this, so we're gonna cause a crisis if we're not careful. So let's get these just sorted out before we do anything else. Thing is, I could happily leave that now, because there's honestly nothing really to lose there. I mean, we've got the French mostly pinned in to, like, the northern regions. If we can pin this section off, more or less like, you know, that. It doesn't matter how the French go now. I guess the question really is, do I want to cause a crisis war? And I guess the answer to that is, how many of the majors actually like me right now? Prussia has reasons to go against me. Russia, I think, likes me. Sweden definitely likes me. Well, it's more than those two. Micronesia. Probably gonna regret this. I've got Tony since states yet. Oh, colonial provinces rather. Let's just do it all now. You get in the habit of clicking these, but when you set them up, it saves so much time. Actually, can I do it through this? Apparently not. Well, it's nice now I can actually turn some of these into states when I get the manpower. Or the colonial power, I guess. Take this. And where am I? This is our list. No, it doesn't. Great! It's made more work for myself by doing that. Great! Logic, Swift. Logic. Sound logic. It's one thing I will give this game, just without any contest. It really does have music to fit the era. But actually, there was something that said they can't recreate this, because the guy who had the math for the original code, when they did the economy stuff, because the economy in this game is complex as hell, the guy who did it left the company, and he didn't actually write down how he did it in the first place. And the economy in this is really, really well done. Like, I sometimes think it wasn't made by a man levels of well done. Because there's just... It's so... Not sublime, what's the word I'm looking for? It's so organic. It actually feels alive, so to speak. And, like, I don't mean, you know, alive, like, it's alive! I mean alive, like, it doesn't feel like it's just numbers on a screen. It